So let's see what ServiceBoard is. ServiceBoard is an app that works on any Android or iOS device, so on smartphones as well as on tablet. And it's an app that really improves the communication with your service partner. And therefore, let's start at the point where we do need a service partner, and therefore I want to introduce Joey to you. Joey is currently working on his CNC machine, and of course he wants his machine to be running, but there's this point in time where it's not. And therefore, of course, he does need a service partner. And we all know these situations, more likely on Monday mornings when you want to start working and want your business to be running, and you do have a machine stoppage for whatever reason. And of course, it costs you time and nerves and in the end, money. So this is where ServiceBoard comes into play, because we want to solve this issue together with the service app with you. Therefore, we designed ServiceBoard, an app that eases the communication with your service partner. So you open up the app, just initiate a new service case, send it right away to your service partner and get help instantly. And of course, this is also the option that another option is to use the video diagnosis that enables you to make a video call with your service partner, show him or her the issue that you might face at your machine and solve it more easy. And in the end, ServiceBoard is also an app that showcases all your previous service cases and the corresponding solutions to it. But enough to speak about it, we want to see it, and therefore let me invite you to go into the HOMAG showroom and see how this works in live. Yeah, welcome now from the HOMAG showroom. We now have the option to show ServiceBoard in live in combination with the machine, and therefore I opened up ServiceBoard already on my mobile phone, which is an app that you can use on your iPhone or any Android smart device or even tablet. So the first thing we see is an overview of all service cases. So you see there are many service cases with a green hook. So these service cases have been solved already by the HOMAG service. And now we have the option to open up a new service ticket, and this is easily done in 3 simple steps. Therefore, I click on the upper right side on the white icon with a plus in it. I do select the service partner that is needed for the service case, which is HOMAG in that case. And in the second step, I have to select the machine. So therefore, I can use the icon on the right-hand side and choose the machine that's on the list, or I'd rather go the simple way by scanning the QR code. So this is what we do right now. I click on the QR code button. Simply scan the QR code that's on the machine, and here we see the CNC is selected already. I click on the next button on the right-hand side, and now we are at the heart of the service case description. So here we enter a short description. So in that case, we do have a problem with the vacuum suction. And in addition, I can select whether we do have a production stoppage or not. So it indicates the urgency of our service case. And the third step is then to attach a picture. So this is so simple because I click on the crash field. And one option is to simply take a photo of the error that we do have at the machine. So I simply use this photo, add it to this service case, and the next step is that I click on the send button to just transfer this ticket to the HOMAG service in that case. So here we see data is being sent to HOMAG, and in the next step we do have the overview of all service tickets where we see the new service ticket that we just initiated and sent to HOMAG. So here we do have this orange arrows that go in a circle, and this indicates that we do have a new service case that does not have a solution yet. So this is how easy and simple and of course fast it is to initiate a service ticket rather than calling a service hotline and being put on hold. So next step would be that we wait for a video diagnosis. So a big feature of our ServiceBoard is that you can easily connect with your service technician, and therefore I do click on the video diagnosis section and see that the service technician already initiated a video diagnosis for us. In our case, it's Ralf Frauböse who will support us now with our problem, and therefore I simply click on the video icon and see that the service technician will join soon. My camera is now transferring my icon, and now we are waiting for our service technician to join. Of course, one option is to show my nose, but the other option is to change the camera to the rear camera, and then we go into the machine and show Ralf what the issue is. Hi Ralf.
Hi Julia.
Hi. So let me show you which issue I do have, and therefore I turn my camera around.
Okay.
So these are the parts that do not fix properly. So do you have any idea what I can do next?
Yes, I already saw it. Can you push the wake-up button at the beam 1?
Is it that one?
Yes, that's the button.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I already hear the noise. Great. So thanks for your help.
No problem at all, yeah?
So see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So of course this was just one simple, quite trivial case that we solved right now, but this was to showcase how easy it is then when you transfer via video what your issue is, and the service technician can help you quite easy. So going back to the overview of all service cases, the corresponding service technician would now type in the solution that we found, and this solution is shared amongst my team who uses ServiceBoard as well. So this is the real beauty also of the ServiceBoard, that you do have all service cases in one place and that the whole team can access all service cases there. So imagine working in shifts. Now your colleagues are coming to the next shift and facing a similar or same issue at the machine. They can easily open up ServiceBoard, look up the previous service cases and see what the solution was that we already found for that issue. So with that in mind, I would invite you to go back to the studio with me and see what we do have in overview for our ServiceBoard. So now that we've seen how ServiceBoard works in real life, let me sum up what it's app for. So of course ServiceBoard is an app for all your service cases. As we have seen, it showcases you the history of all your previous service cases, the ones that have been solved already, so the ones with a green hook, and you can easily look up the solution that was provided by a service partner and the ones that still need a solution. So you can imagine if you're a team working in different shifts, for example, then it might be of huge advantage to see the service tickets that had been opened by your colleagues in the previous shift, and that you know that there's an issue with the machine and you're still awaiting a solution from your service partner. Or the other way around, you're currently working at the machine, face an issue, you can open up ServiceBoard, see what solution was possibly already provided by a service partner, and see whether this helps to fix this issue. So by having an overview of all your service cases, you're really equipped with information and knowledge for your machines and the issues that you might face. Second, we saw how easy it is and fast it is to create a new service case. So by just clicking like the 3 steps and also adding and attaching photos to your service case, you see that the communication with your service partner is really eased. And by the way, as I said, you also have this documentation for your own, which service cases had been sent out to your service partner. Third, we saw in the case that are just performed with the service technician Ralph, who helped me by solving the issue on the CNC machine. So again, by showing someone what the issue is, at which part or which button I do have to press, it's really easy to solve a case jointly, and not only by verbally describing on the phone what you might see or might face. This is a way that even in these times of Corona, we see that the video diagnosis is really an asset for production and workshops that helps to solve service cases faster, and of course also with distancing that we now have to face. And last but not least, there is this feature of service monitoring in the ServiceBoard app. So this is something I haven't shown you in the showroom, but with the machines that are connected with Tapio and are sending data, you can also access maintenance data for these machines. For example, if a filter needs to be cleaned or a vacuum pump needs some additional maintenance, this is shown in ServiceBoard and also in different colors so that you can easily see on your mobile phone which machine does need which maintenance action at that point and stage. So something that really improves your daily work, and therefore we have, so ServiceBoard is broadly applied by our customers. And I brought one specific example from a German carpentry, Ex Ligno. It's a team of 20 to 30 people, and I spoke to Daniel Boots that you see on the picture. He's production leader of the production side, and Jürgen Müller, who's the CEO of this firm. And I spoke to them because they really heavily use ServiceBoard and are quite happy with that, because their downtimes of the machines have reduced massively. And not only that, Jürgen Müller, as a CEO, also invested in new HOMAG machinery. And he told me, Julia, you know, with having all service cases on the ServiceBoard, I do see which issues we faced with the machines, and in terms of guarantees and so on, this is a transparency I really do need. So besides having more efficient daily business, also having this documentation of all service issues was really an improvement for this firm. So again, support is made easy with the communication through the ServiceBoard. Second, you get quicker solutions. And third, the way of the improved communication is something that really eases your daily business and daily work. So what can you do next? So we included a QR code that you can scan out now, and you'll be directed to our ServiceBoard page. There you find more information on our ServiceBoard, how it can be used, and we also have real-life examples in there. So I'm also coming from a family-owned carpentry, and from that I do know that learning from others helps you improving your work. So this is why we provided you with different examples from different carpentries and furniture productions, how they changed their processes along the maintenance and service process chains, and how ServiceBoard helped them to improve the communication. Furthermore, you'll find the option to download the Tapio ServiceBoard onto your mobile phones. As I said, you can use it on Apple or Android devices. And then you can easily access the demo mode just to see how ServiceBoard is working, click through it. But the other option would then be to register at Tapio, create a firm account if you do not have one yet. Then second, go to our Tapio shop, get a ServiceBoard license, include the machines that you want to include into the ServiceBoard license, add up your colleagues as users, and off you go. So you can really try out whether ServiceBoard helps you to better perform your service processes along the machine service. So now that you've seen how ServiceBoard is working, you might wonder why you do need Tapio. So of course, I'm here standing with my black shirt, Tapio printed on it. So I'm the one who can provide you with an answer to that question. So we see in the wood industry that if each single manufacturer or material supplier sets up his or her own environment, we really face disadvantages in the market. So therefore, our approach as an ecosystem and as an open ecosystem is to provide you with, so to say, a technical platform on which different applications from different players and actors within this industry are running and working. And therefore, we say we want to be an enabler for the wood industry to really leap into this digital work. And therefore, we provide you with, so to say, basic services that can be used, say, from small carpentries to large furniture productions or kitchen productions. And they use applications within the wood industry that make your production more efficient and, of course, more digital. And with that approach, machines, materials, tools, and, as I said, service partners are connected on that basis. So you really have one single place where you, so to say, orchestrate your firm, and with that you can use different applications. And there might also be some other interesting webinars on live.homag where you get introduced to different software and applications that might be useful for your workshop. So another aspect that you might wonder about is not only data security, but also data ownership. And therefore, you are the ones, so to say, who hold the key for your production relevant data. So you decide which application accesses which data from your production, and you also decide which user can be linked to which application. So therefore, you decide what happens with your data, and you stay owner of your data. And this is really, really essential to understand after the era of all the, let's say, end consumer platforms where we all faced the one or other issue concerning data ownership. And therefore, tapio is really, really different. And this is important to understand because you have one single place where you orchestrate your workshop, and then you can use this data for different applications. So to sum that up, first, this tapio is really wood industry specific. And this is important for you because this is your home turf. So you really benefit from the different applications specifically for the wood industry. Second, with my tapio, you have one single place where you orchestrate your workshop. So this is also easy because you have one single login that you can use for different applications and so on. So this is really an asset besides managing different places where your workshop and production data is stored and saved. And third, and I hope that this becomes clear, data security, data ownership, and data protection is really, really essential to tapio. And this is what we stand for, that you stay the owner of your own production relevant data. So to sum that up, we really learned a lot today. So we started off with ServiceBoard and how it helps you to gain an overview of all your service cases, to initiate new service tickets, and to set up a video diagnosis with your service technician. Then we saw why tapio is so important for the wood industry. And now the floor is open to any questions that you might have and bring along, and I'm more than happy to discuss them with you now.